You know the type of business, the one that always seems to catch the right trend at the exact right moment without breaking a sweat. Their inventory lands exactly when customer demand peaks. Their advertising hits the perfect demographic. When you look closely at their daily operations, you rarely see a late shipment or a panicked internal email. Then there is the reality of the average operation. For most companies, running an online storefront feels like putting out a continuous series of fires. The routine is entirely reactive. They wait until sales drop to rethink their marketing. They wait until the shelves are empty to place a new order. And they let customer complaints pile up before fixing a broken checkout process. It makes you wonder, are those top-performing businesses just incredibly lucky, or are they playing by a different set of rules? The truth is, the chaotic warehouse and the frictionless machine are usually expending the exact same amount of effort. The difference lies entirely in when that effort is applied. Every business challenge starts as a whisper. Before a crisis hits, there's almost always a subtle shift in the market environment. This timeline illustrates those early indicators: changing customer questions, a drop in ad clicks, and a blip in search volume. In a reactive setup, anomalies are dismissed as noise, ignored until something actually breaks. The damage compounds rapidly. Sudden stockouts force expedited shipping. Fixing marketing requires costly overhauls. This cycle is exhausting. When leadership spends their day managing crises, they have zero energy left to build. Operating this way forces businesses to pay a heavy premium, in dollars and emotional stability, for problems visible months earlier. Let's rewind to that same starting point, those first subtle data shifts, and see how an anticipatory team handles them. High-performing leaders study these microtrends. They notice when consumer behavior deviates from the baseline, catching anomalies before the market does. When they spot early support emails, they immediately update product descriptions to clarify the confusion. If an ad channel shows a slight dip, they test alternative campaigns that same afternoon. This chart shows how they treat the supply chain. Instead of scrambling, they project seasonal demand accurately, communicating early to ensure capacity matches incoming volume. The outcome of this early action is completely hidden from the public. Customers glide through checkout, and suppliers fulfill orders without stress because friction was eliminated early. That is the hallmark of true operational excellence. The best businesses diffuse their biggest problems in the dark before anyone else knows they exist. If we examine the most consistent entrepreneurs today, their defining trait is their fundamental relationship with the future. They do not possess a crystal ball. They cannot see exactly how the market will behave next quarter. As the research notes, successful entrepreneurs rarely predict the future perfectly. They simply prepare for it better than everyone else. It comes down to disciplined observation and early action. The reactive manager is controlled by external market circumstances. The anticipatory leader actively creates the circumstances that support their own growth. To make this shift, you can use the anticipation protocol, a practical framework for moving out of a reactive state. At the beginning of every month, identify the 3 most likely operational challenges your business could face over the next 90 days. Once you have those 3 scenarios, write down simple action plans to address them immediately. You do the thinking when the pressure is low, so the execution is automatic when the pressure gets high. Anticipation provides your strongest defense against the unexpected. It takes the random chaos of the market and converts it into focused, measurable value.